I suggest, before making the firebow, that you enable 3 landing pads around the map, the first being in the spawn room, and as well as that, take note of where the 3 fireplaces and 3 dragon heads are around the map. The second landing pad is up the stairs past double tap, as shown here. The first fireplace is just down from there, and the drawing might not be the best, but it has 3 arrows. From there, if you go across the bridge, you can see a dragon head, and if you keep on going from there, opposite Samantha's room, you'll see another fireplace, which has a cross in it. And then from there, if you go and turn on power, then the door will open, and next to the clock tower, there'll be another landing pad you can enable. And then down from there, if you go to the church, then there's a dragon head, and another fireplace with 2 arrows in it. Past the knight's tomb in the Undercroft, you'll find another dragon head. And now all 3 dragon heads you want to get 8 kills. 1 to activate them, and then 7 more, which you can only have 1 at a time, and you have to wait until it's eaten the last one up. But after you've had all 8 kills, then the dragon head will turn to stone, it will crumble, and then when you've done all 3, you can go to the knight's tomb and you can pick up the Wrath of the Ancients bow. The lightning and void bows work just as well as the Wrath of the Ancients for any steps that you need a bow for. But anyway, if you go to the clock tower and up the stairs inside it, you'll see the symbol for the firebow, which, if you shoot with an arrow, will reveal the arrow you can interact with to start the quest to get the firebow. However, each player can only do the upgrade quest for 1 bow at a time. Just in case you don't already know, there are 2 types of shots you can do with a bow. Single shots by pressing the shoot button, and charge shots which fly straighter and further by holding down the shoot button and releasing it. For the first step after getting the fire arrow, I suggest you go to the rocket pad by using the teleporter in the Undercroft. Now from here, you'll want to wait until after a rocket test to shoot this rock where and when it is glowing. It may take a while, but eventually, at the rocket pad, you will have a warning for a rocket test. The blast doors of the teleporter room will start to close, so I suggest you go into the room before the door is shut, because the rocket will kill you if you're near it. After a while, the doors will open, but you will only have a short time to shoot the glowing rock with your bow, so I suggest that you try to stay close to the door. I find it easy to hit with a charge shot, but anyway, if you successfully shoot the rock, a stream of fire will go out to form a ball of fire above the death ray. If you are unsuccessful and the rock stops glowing, you can try again after another rocket test. There are 3 circles engraved into the ground around the map. 1 outside near double tap, 1 next to the death ray, and 1 next to the clock tower. When you use a wonder sphere, these circles will glow, and if you shoot them with an arrow, they will stay lit up after you land. To easily hit the circles, I recommend you use charge shots, or the host of the game, and use the following wonder spheres. The wonder sphere at the rocket pad to shoot the circle near double tap, the wonder sphere near the church to shoot the circle next to the death ray, and the wonder sphere in the room above double tap to shoot the circle next to the clock tower. If you don't shoot a circle, it will remain unlit, but you can try again as long as the wonder sphere is ready. If you get 9 kills with any weapon while standing in a glowing circle, a stream of fire will go into the ball of fire. When you get 9 kills in all 3 of the circles, you can proceed to the next step. If you go up the stairs in the clock tower and interact with the cogs at the back of the clock face by holding X on Xbox, square on PlayStation, or the Use button on PC, it will spin and show you one of 3 things: 2 arrows, 3 arrows, or a cross, which correspond to the fireplaces. If you get the 2 arrows, the circle next to the death ray will glow again. The 3 arrows will make the circle next to the clock tower glow, and the cross will make the circle near double tap glow. If you shoot an arrow while standing in a glowing circle that either directly hits the ground, or hits a wall that is perpendicular to the ground, a mini volcano will form. While standing in or near a volcano, there will be a glow around your screen, and if you shoot an arrow whilst the glow is around your screen, another volcano will form. You can make a maximum of 3 volcanoes, and your goal is to try and shoot an arrow while standing in a volcano into the fireplace with the same thing that is lit up on the back of the clock face. When you shoot the arrow into the correct fireplace, it will light up with red fire that you can interact with to insert your broken fire arrow, and after a few seconds, on the left of your screen, you will have a pop-up indicating you are ready to proceed to the next step. Next to the death ray, there is a small ball of fire that you can interact with to make it rise and explode, to then drop the reforged fire arrow. You may have to walk around near the arrow to be able to take it, but when you do, you can go down to the Undercroft to complete the last few steps. Opposite one of the corners of the pyramid, you'll see an altar with the firebow symbol that you can interact with to receive a max ammo and make the arrow hover over it. You will now want to get 20 kills in the area around the pyramid as shown on the screen. When you get a kill in this area, an orange orb will float into the arrow. After getting all 20 kills, the arrow will have a white glow and make a noise. If you interact with it, it will descend into the altar, and if you have the Wrath of the Ancients, you will lose it. However, if you don't have a bow, you can take it back from the knight's tomb. When the firebow symbol pops up on the left of your screen, you can take the firebow from its altar, and you can also put it back whenever you want to. As for how effective the firebow is, it is very good against panzers. Single shots use one arrow, have a small area of effect, and leave fire on the floor for a few seconds that damages zombies near it. Charge shots use 2 arrows, have a large area of effect, and encase zombies in volcanoes that will crumble soon after and damage zombies near them. Both types of shots can also drop down if they hit a wall. But anyway, that's about it. So, I hope you enjoyed and are now able to make the firebow. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment them down below if possible. And with all that said, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Farewell.